Are we live now?
Yeah.
Hi everybody. Well, while I wait for everybody to come in, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Carol from Sugar and Crumbs, and we also have nifty nozzles. So I'm just waiting for a few hellos. If you are watching, please say hello. And I must remember to say gents today. I forgot you lovely guys, and there were so many of you watching. So hello ladies and gents. So John's on the camera today. I'm hoping that he's going to tell me as you start to join us.
Yeah. Hello everyone.
So
we're up to 20.
We're up to 20. So can you just shout out your name and I'll give you a quick shout back. John will shout out and I'll say hi. Tell me where you're coming from.
We've got Ria, Joanne.
Where are they coming from,
Louise.
John?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to get my iPad and see where you are all coming from, because John's as blind as a bat as I am. You'll notice that we're at a little different location today. So let me just see if I can see myself live. I'm actually in my Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, little display area, and you'll see that today I've actually brought the whole cabinet in that I take to the shows with all our nifty nozzles on. So what do you think? I don't know how far John can actually see there, but these are the cakes that I've done over the last few weeks. And if you remember last week I did the dome cake. We've done them in pink and blue, and last week I did this one in the neutrals. We've also got the Valentine's cake. And what I have done is, so that you can see, because lots of people have asked me what colours have I used on the cake. So on the dome cake I've used the colour Splash Blue, and I've used it in various shades. So where you can see it's dark, I've actually just put a lot more blue, less, and then I've two-toned as we've gone along with the two colours. And the green colour that I've used for the leaves is the leaf green. And then if we go over to the Valentine's cake here, okay, I've used the forest green for the leaves, because forest is for Christmas, which is great, and the Christmas red. Put those back down. And have we got anybody joining us? Has anybody said where they're from yet? Okay. And then on this one, we did a demo on this one last week. This was the neutrals dome. So I used the Christmas red, the nude, soft caramel, and the sunflower. Now you can use any colour, any type of gel colouring or liquid colouring. I myself personally prefer the gel colours, and I don't mind whether it's Wilton, Colour Splash, Colour Flare, Colour Splash. I really don't mind, but it's the gel colours that I actually prefer. If John looks down here, okay, I've used the pink one here, and on the pink one I've just used the Colour Splash Pink, and I've used it again in various shades. So the very light shade I've used a little drop, and as I've got darker, a few more drops. And again I've used the Colour Splash Leaf for the leaves. The wedding cake over here, I've used the neutral colours which I've mentioned in the dome one, which is the soft caramel, the nude, the Christmas red, the leaf green. Use those. And today so John's just zooming in here. He has to take his time because of the delay. Okay, now this is the Mother's Day cake that I did last week. I'm actually going to do the same cake today, but just smaller, just so I can get through it a little bit quicker, but I'm going to use the same colours, and I'm going to show you how to do that later. Now, the reason I wanted to show you my display cabinet is that we get lots of inquiries from garden centres that really love the nozzles, and they've been using them for displays in their garden, for displays on their cakes. And with it being a garden centre and with these being flowers, it seems appropriate. I also think if you've got a shop or a small business, or you've got a sandwich shop and you want to do a fantastic display of cakes, I actually think the nozzles really do all the cakes justice. And of course, I've got our famous Sugar and Crumbs flavoured icing sugar, okay? Our #1 top bestseller, salted caramel, followed by lemon drizzle. We do have raspberry ripple, chocolate milkshake. I think there's 36 flavours altogether. And we're just ready to get rid of our winter limited editions and start to bring out our summer limited editions. So watch this space. So while John has a look at all the flowers, I'm just going to move into the kitchen and he'll come up and follow me there. So John, would you just like to go for all those cakes, please? And have we got any more highs?
We do, we've got lots. Okay, Carol.
Okay. Right, I think Caroline and Laura are helping me this evening. They're actually answering all the questions that you may ask. And one of the things that I did do is I updated the website with the buttercream recipe. So if you go to sugarandcrumbs.co.uk and you look down either the shop menu or the brand, you will see how to use Nifty Nozzles and the buttercream recipe. Even if you go into every Nifty Nozzle bundle or each individual nozzle, it gives you the tips on how to use the tip and the buttercream recipe as well. So what I am actually going to do now is, lots of people have asked me to do the Ruffle nozzle again, so I'm going to quickly do this one for you. And this is the Ruffle nozzle, okay? We've got about 5 or 6 different ones, okay? Can you see that, John?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got about 5 or 6 different ones, but this one's called Ruffles. Now, let me just tell you about the buttercream. Your buttercream needs to be soft to medium. So can you see that? So that when I spread it, look how lovely and soft it is. Okay, I make my buttercream, I usually make 1 kilo at a time, 1 kilo of flavoured icing sugar. Of course, I always use Sugar and Crumbs because I believe it's the best. 500 grams of butter, or you can use unsalted butter if you don't want it so sweet. And then I add 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of condensed milk. The reason I use condensed milk is to make it nice and creamy, but you can use ordinary milk or just boiled water if you like. So, let's get started. Now the Ruffles, again, people do ask me how do I two-tone, and this is how I two-tone. I do like to put the bag over my hand, but you can use a pot if you like. Well, you can use the pot and slip that in there if you prefer, but I'm going to use the bag. So if John can just jump back over here again. So for two-toning, okay, I'm going to put the colour into the bag, and you'll see that I'm just whizzing it around the outside of the bag. Leaving a nice big hole there. You got that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're going to get a nice big yellow centre, and that's going to go right in the centre. So, is everybody here from the UK? I know one lady's on from the Netherlands. Who else have we got?
We've got someone from Sweden.
Sweden, fantastic. Hello, Sweden. I can't shout out your name because I actually can't see.
No, it's gone past as well.
It's gone past. John and I are blind as bats without our glasses on, so if we don't say your name personally, I will respond later on to them. But, you know, a nice wave, a nice hi, a nice like on the screen would be great. So, this is what I'm going to do. Oh, by the way, I just bought these lovely little spatulas, which are great. We sell these in store. These are perfect for putting buttercream on your cupcakes. One of the things that I did tell you on each live session is to put a little bit of buttercream on your cake before you start. And last week I gave you the tip that when you're practicing for the very first time using your Nifty Nozzles, just grab a biscuit. Rather than bake all those cakes and spend all day doing that and worrying about ruining them, get practicing and start using a biscuit. I'm almost sure Rich Tea biscuit sales went up last week, especially for the amount of you that sent me pictures with them. So you put a little thin coat of buttercream on. And this principle is the same with every single nozzle, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the Ruffles nozzle first. We're going to sit it on top of the biscuit. Have you got it there, John? Mm-hmm. Yeah, am I in view? Yeah. We're going to sit it on top of the biscuit, And as the buttercream comes out, you just slightly lift up with it, stop, and twist off. I've got the shakes. Hold up with 2 hands. So who would like to see me do that again? Yeah? Yeah? Shout out, yes I would. So here we go. So a little bit of buttercream onto the biscuit. Just imagine that this is your cake, and it's exactly for the cakes as well. Just a very thin coating of buttercream. So we're going to go onto here, squeeze, a ruffle, let all the ruffles fold out, stop squeezing and twist. And look at that lovely two-tone effect. The blue with the yellow inside. I think it's nice just to leave it like that. Others like to put a strawberry Smartie Ferrero Rocher. If you'd like that colour a little bit lighter, just do a much thinner coat of the jade green. Okay? So we got that one, ladies and gents? Yeah? John's down there looking. Right. So I did say to you that I was going to do a little princess cake. Now these are fun. These are actually fun. So you'll see this cake slapped with buttercream. I did slap it with white buttercream, and then I decided that maybe I should use some pink buttercream. And what I've actually done, these are great for children's birthdays or quick cakes if you've got loads of little girls coming round. I've actually used the Wilton Wonder Pan. Now, people do ask me, where do we sell our products? We do sell our products with Cake Supplies in the Netherlands, who supply the whole of Europe. We do sell our products to Hobbycraft as well, and you can buy them online with us, which is www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. So this is the Wilton Wonder Pan, and it's great. You can bake 4 little domes all in one go, and we actually do this as a set. And then as our sets, we offer the little mini doll picks. There's 4 of those. Okay. We've got a brunette, a blonde, a dark-haired lady, and a redhead. So we're going to choose one of these. And then this is our little already crumb-coated, what was I going to say, little dome cake. This is actually a real cake that I'm using, and the nozzle that I'm going to use tonight is jasmine. Okay, this is sold again, as I say, by Cake Supplies, Hobbycraft and ourselves. It's a lovely nozzle, and I'm just hoping that my buttercream is still soft. It still feels soft. It's so easy to do. I've two-toned it with 2 shades of pink, just like I did with the ruffles. And how you do this is you just go straight in and pull off. So you go straight in, come out 1 centimetre and pull off. In 1 centimetre and out. Doesn't matter if some of them are a bit short. You just keep going round. Can you see that? Has everybody got it? Straight onto the cake, really nice and quick. I should have started timing us actually on how long this takes. Yeah, and then I'm going to go round in between the flowers. If anybody wants to ask questions, Caroline and Laura are both there. They're happy to respond to you. Just ask away. Here we go. And these little princess cakes are absolutely fantastic. They're a quick fix if you've got loads of little girls coming round, and they'll love watching you make these as well. Okay, I'm going to go round again. That's as simple as that. Keep going. Just hope I don't run out of buttercream actually now. It looks like I might. Okay, and then, so you can see how our dress is forming, and then I've actually got the 224 Wilton flower drop tip. Now you don't have to use this, but this is ideal if you have it ready, just for any little gaps. So do you remember when I started this cake, I said to you, sorry about the coating, and what it was is I coated it with just the white buttercream at first, and then I thought about it and thought, well actually, you're going to see that all through the cake. So I quickly put in a coating of the pink. You just put these in, just fill up the bottom. It's come out sticking back in there. And then if there's any little gaps that you want to fill in, just squash it in there. It's a great little infill flower cake. So I hope you can see clearly enough there. Can they see clearly, John?
Yep.
Yeah. So are we having many questions asked? I'm going to do a little giveaway tonight as well. So everybody who watches me to the end of the tutorial, I'm actually going to do a giveaway. And that is, well actually I'll tell you what to say at the end, because if I tell you now, you'll start doing it now. But the giveaway is the full Mother's Day bundle, and the winner will be announced next week on next week's live. So let's just go in here. So there we go. And then, so I'm going to use the little brunette. Now she's naked at the moment, so let's put her arms up in the air. Stick that there. She's coming together. And what I'm going to use now is, and sometimes I use the leaf, so I'm just going to take my glasses off because she is naked. So the little flower one, I'm actually just going to, you can see me squeezing in. Now, for those of you who are a bit more clever than me, there's nothing wrong with you making a little sugar paste top for her. But I'm not really a big sugar paste person, so I've decided to give her a little ruffle top, and we'll cover her little boobies so that she isn't blushing anymore. My nozzle. Just build it in. We'll give her a little low back. And it doesn't really matter. You can just build up the ruffles as you go along. Yep, and there we go. There's your little princess cake. Put her arms down again. There we go. How quick was that? I think that took me about 5 or 6 minutes. Do you agree? Do you like it? I just thought it was a neat little idea with the nozzles, and you can do those in different colours. As I say, we do sell them in bundles on the website. So on the website you can get the jasmine nozzle, you can get the Wonder Tin, the 4 mini doll picks, and we do a little deal for those if anybody wants one of those. And we actually do 4 types of little princess cakes. As I say, you can buy these from Hobbycraft as well, and Cake Supplies. So I'm just going to take this one off and pop her over here. That's her over there. And then I just want to show you this one. So, I keep saying so, it's a really bad habit of mine. I really do need to change what I say. This one is a really simple cake. As you see, I have only used 3 colours, which is yellow, Christmas red, leaf green and white buttercream, which I haven't had to colour, so I won't call that a colour. I've called it the Mother's Day cake, but it's also a spring cake, or whatever cake you want actually. It's a great birthday cake, and you don't have to do it in these colours, do it in any colour that you think is appropriate. I'm going to do a smaller version of this one, mainly because I think you'll all get bored watching me do it, and I think it'd be quicker if I did a quick small version for you. So I've just realised I forgot to cut the bag. So just give me a moment, like another bag out. 1 minute. Now, lots of people are always asking about the Russian tips and why they're called Russian flower tips. And I'll repeat this every single week. A gentleman called Alexander actually invented the concept of the Russian flower tips, and they are all, they've all been designed by him, phase 1, and phase 2 have been designed by ourselves. Well, actually my daughter Laura actually designed them. So how can you tell if it's a genuine Russian flower tip? Well, first of all, it'll have our name on, Nifty Nozzles. Is John in focus there? Yeah? So it'll have our name on, Nifty Nozzles, and that was an older version, but some of them do have WST, which was when they first started, but the newer versions have on, John can zoom in, have on Tulip, okay? That means it's actually come from Alexander, the original designer, and Nifty Nozzles. Excuse the sticker, I had them at a show last week. You'll see that I've got a really little display here, and I'm just going to go through them with you because people are always asking what's the difference. So if John would like to come over to here, okay, I'm always harping on about there being copies. So this is the original Oriental Ruffle. This is the one that I sell on my website, and this is the copy. Okay, smaller in size. This one you can actually get the ruffle out all together, just squeeze like I did with the ruffle. This one, what they're having to do is they're calling it twist and shake and twist and dance and twist and whatever, because you have to roll it around and then you get a massive big hole in the middle and you have to fill it with a flower or a strawberry. You don't have to do that. This is the original Oriental Ruffle. Okay, so I'm just showing you that one. This is another version that we have as well. Again, all ours are marked with Tulip and Nifty Nozzles on the side. This one is the copy, smaller in size, and it's got a bigger, I think you can see it's got, this is why it makes the big hole as well, because you've got this big bit here, yeah. And then we've got the 10 petal rose. So, 2 copies. This is the original. And I think if you see, I put them side by side, you can actually see the cuts are completely different. These are very, very thin, and these are much thicker and give you a nicer petal. You'll find there's loads of little deals on eBay and Amazon, and it's these little nozzles that they're actually selling, and they have started selling the bigger ones the same size because they caught on. But again, you'll see that there's a difference in the actual laser cuts. So I'm just going to get John to run through these just so that you can see them. Like here's Spring Tulip. You know, look at those lovely cuts on there on the genuine one, and then this one. It just looks cheap and nasty, to be fair, but that's what you're getting. This one is the velvet. So you can see it's got the proper jiggy jags around the side, whatever you call them. This one, they've just done this little cut here. You can see this one as well. This one's cut right to the centre, the original, so that it all joins together. And this one leaves a hole. A very good likeness is this one, okay? There's not really much difference in that one, apart from that our flower is bigger, the holes are bigger. And then we've got the pinwheel, completely different. Can you see how it's raised? They couldn't raise it, so they've done a flat version, and this one's been raised. And this one again, this really identifies the cuts, look, much wider. These are thinner. Firecracker, again, these are raised. This is flat. So I may well be boring you a bit, but I just really want to point out what is the difference between the nozzles. Okay, so let's get on and start doing our Mother's Day cake. So I'm just going to put this in front of John now. In fact, I'm not going to put it in front of John. I'm going to put it over here. Now, this one I've done actually on a stereo foam, just to save a little bit of time. I put the first coating on, and I'm now going to put the second coating on. Buttercream. Now, as I said to you, the buttercream, we're going to do a white sides. So the good thing with using the nozzles is you don't have to be neat, okay? So just a really rough coating of buttercream. It's not like all your other cakes where they've all got to be perfect. So rough coating of buttercream all the way around. I'm going to go around. The problem with using styrofoam cakes is that they move about. That's the only thing. So I have to try and get it back on my stand again. So here we go. Now I've decorated cakes, just left them like this, quite rustic looking. And you just put a bit around the sides. Again, all rough, don't need to be neat. And then I'm going to use this scraper. A lot of people ask me about this scraper. This is a four-sided stainless steel scraper that we use. It has four sides, so you can do different shapes. Let's just have a look, see what it does. I'll clean my board up in a minute. So you could do that shape. It gives you that shape. Again, just remember this is rough. This one, use this one. Or we could do this one. Yep. We could go around again and do this. So it does create a really nice effect, whichever style you go. And we sell these scrapers. These again, these were made by the Russians. So this is the four-sided cake scraper. I've also got a smaller one. If you're looking for a small one, the triangle one there. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. So let me just clear my cake up again. Or just do one effect all the way around. I know it's looking messy, my cake, but don't worry. It'll all come together shortly. Get some kitchen roll. Take 2 minutes to clean. And to be fair, you're going to put that many flowers on around here, you're not even going to spot it. But let's give it a clean anyhow. There we go. Who else has a kitchen like this? Who's is equally as messy as I am? Go on, be brave, put your hand up, shout out. So let's get this scraper again. So I'm going to use this one, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape it round to give it this rustic look. Yeah. And I'm actually just going to scrape it across the top as well. Yeah. And like I say, don't worry about the look of it at the moment. It'll all pull together. Now, you just heard me say I forgot to fill a bag, which I did. I've got all my bags ready, but I forgot to do this one. I'm just going to use this scraper here, get this bag full. This is a bowl scraper that I'm using here, it's a Love Heart one. We sell these too on the website. And it really takes out everything you need out the bowl, so that there's no waste. Actually, don't need it all. So you'll notice there's no nozzle in this bag. One of the good things about Facebook Live is you see all the mess, don't you? It's not like when you do a recording, it's all lovely and nice and neat and somebody cleans it all up for you. So as you can see, there's no nozzle in here. I'm just going to cut the end off. Okay, nice big hole. And what we're going to do is we're just going to run that all the way around the edge, roughly. Yep. And then I'm going to do a few little blobs. Let's do one there. And I'm going to do a nice big blob there. I'm going to do another one here. Yeah. Okay, have you got that? Just let me wash my hands, girls. I'm covered in buttercream. Clean tea towel. Right, okay, so put these nozzles together and let's see what we're going to use first. So I've got these all ready. Bag's ready, and this one's just yellow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the posy first. So I'm going to squeeze the posy onto the buttercream, exactly the same principle, up and off. And I'm just going to go randomly round the cake. So I'm going to get John to zoom in there. So same principle, straight onto the buttercream, up 1 centimetre, and then I'm going to put them in different places. So that one's a low one. I'm going to stick one here, and you know what, let's put one there, and let's put one on top of that one. The good thing with the nozzles is you don't actually have to have any design in place. So I'm just going to keep popping this all over the cake, inside and outside of the ring. If John can get up, until we've got no buttercream left. This particular nozzle. So this nozzle is called Posy, and I'm just going to stick that one in there as well. And let's see if we can do another one here. So you'll notice that they always touch the buttercream. I'll save that one. The one that I've got here is called Blossom. Now I've done this white on the outside, yellow in the centre. So let's see how this comes out. So straight onto the cake, up and off. And see if John can see if I can do it this way. Oh, that'd be better if I did it that way. Can you see there, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, you just plonk these randomly around the cake. Let's put one down there. Up here. Under there. Put one there. Let's go around the cake. And I'm going to pop another one there. You just put them wherever you want, really. You see how lovely and smooth this mixture is to come out. Some ladies say do it stiff. I don't agree with doing it stiff. It needs to be medium consistency. So, have you all got that? Can you see that? Yes? Is everybody happy? Are we all still here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many people have we got comments in, John?
Well, we've got 342 people have joined us so far.
342 people, fantastic, that's exactly what we want. So a big hi from John and I. John is on the camera. John's my husband, if anybody is wondering who he is. Poor soul's got roped into this each week as he gets dragged along to all the cake shows. I think some of you ladies know him. And then the next nozzle I'm actually going to use is Magnolia, and this one I've actually just changed it from the original cake. I've actually just put a hint of pink and yellow all the way around just to give it a little bit more vibrancy. So again, you can see we're going to go in. I'm going to put that there. So we've got yellow and white two-toned, we've got yellow and red two-toned, and we've got just a yellow nozzle. So again, so there's no thought about this. It's so easy with these nozzles, you just put them anywhere you like. So let's go around to make sure we've got something coming out of everywhere. them anywhere. So I'm going to stick that on there. See if we can stick the last one there. Yeah. And then the very last big nozzle I'm going to use is the mimosa. So let me just get my cloth again. And the mimosa, I've just done it in the red, and I'm going to put those on these bowls. Now, this one's falling off. Don't panic. It's great when you see a mistake. So when you see a little mistake, just grab it, just grab it all off, pop it in your dish. Don't panic and think you've ruined the cake, you haven't. Just go straight back in again, squeeze and off, squeeze and off. Now, what you can see here, okay, and I just want you to take a note of this, I've cut the bag too short. I have said this in previous sessions, the bag needs to be cut right to the tip, but I've cut this one here, and because of the pressure I can feel it slipping. As soon as you can feel it slipping, grab yourself another bag, don't let it pop out. So just let me grab another bag. So grab another bag. Got a rough idea where to cut it. And then rather than have to put it all in again, it's always good to have one of these spare actually. Just drop the bag inside and yeah, that's a perfect cut. And there you go, we can start again. So we're going to go on here. Just so that John can see. It's a lot of buttercream on here, but what I did do, I know this is a styrofoam cake, but the other cake I actually only put jam in between the layers so that the buttercream that you do get is just from the outside of the cake. So I wouldn't particularly buttercream inside. So I'm just going to put a few more of those. And I think we are ready to go. So that hasn't taken long, has it? Is anybody timing me to see how long that took?
About 8 minutes.
About 8 minutes, brilliant. So you get a rush order on for a cake. And there you go. And then to finish it off, just to make it look all pretty, I am going to use my Wilton tips again, okay? I'm just going to have to take my glasses off here. So what I'm going to do is just to make it look pretty, so if John can get in there, I'm just going to squeeze some little balls just to make it look authentic. These are my little berries. Yeah. And you'll see what I do with these in a minute. So you go round your cake first with all these. It just takes me a little bit of time. And I've noticed I've got a nice big white blob there. So let's get a flour on that. So let's carry on with this. We'll just put a few up here.
What's the name of the nozzles for the berries?
The name of the nozzle for the berries is the Wilton 10 round. Okay, I'm just going to put this on here. And I'm also going to use the Wilton 5 in a minute. So just let me carry on. I want to finish the whole cake for you because at the end of the session, John can tell us exactly how long we've been on, and then we can say we did a princess cake, 2 ruffles, and we decorated a large cake. The original cake is a 12-inch, and this is an 8-inch. So, right. So now I'm going to use the Wilton 5 round. I'm going to go through my berries again. Oh, buttercream's gone a little bit too hard. This just finishes them off. Yeah. Sorry. Just finishes them off. So just give me a few minutes, ladies. This little added touch is well worth it because it really does pull the cake together. Unfortunately, it's just gone a little bit hard, so I'm just going to warm it up in my hands. A few of these on. What I will do is I'll start adding the leaves. So remember, ladies, stay to the end of the session, and then I'm going to tell you how one of you lucky people can win the whole Mother's Day cake bundle set. It's an absolutely fantastic prize. You get all the nozzles. I'll even throw you in a cake drum as well. How about that? But you have to wait to the end to see how you can win one. So has John got arm ache? How are you coping today, John? Last week his arms were killing me. So John, do you want to shout out? Has anybody got anything to say? Any questions that they want to ask me while I'm doing this?
What nozzle was the flower with the red outside of the yellow centre?
That was called magenta. Was it magenta? No, sorry. Magnolia. I don't know.
Marigold.
Marigold.
No,
Is that many nozzles? Now we're making it up, yeah. No, it's actually called marigold, sorry, and it's a marigold extra large. Yeah, the nozzles that I've used today is Posy, which was the plain yellow nozzle. This yellow and white one is called Blossom, and then we've used marigold, and the red nozzle is Mimosa. So I've got it right. Then we've got the Wilton 10 round. I'm currently using the Wilton 5 round just to fill in all my berries. Showing you all the secrets on how to make a pretty cake. Can you imagine if somebody comes to you with a rush order and says to you, I need a cake and I need it today? Well, how quickly can you knock one of these up? In minutes. Now the nozzles that are on here are actually bigger than the nozzles that I showed you before, and I will show you them in a moment. Now you may ask why I actually don't show you the designs of the nozzles, and the reason is that the nozzles have been copied so much that I'm actually trying to do everything I can for them not to be copied. They will do eventually, I'm sure, but we're trying, Alexandra and I are doing everything we can to protect our investment. And as it's us who comes up with the designs, I think it's only fair. The other thing is with our nozzles as well, they can go in the dishwasher, no problems at all. Leave them in boiling water if you want. They're not going to rust. We've actually had them tested by Eurofins, which means that they're food safe, and they've done all sorts of testings to them, and to make sure that it's a good quality steel as well. Right, okay, I may not have got every berry, but I've done it. So here we go. Now, as you all know, I am the fan of the Wilton 352 leaf tip. I do use other tips as well, the 113, the 114 and the 115, and I promise I will start using those. So let me just show you a few things. A couple of ladies last week, I'll just do it on here so you can see. So see, I'll put it sideways. So when you do the leaf, squeeze, form a base, and then you can actually go bigger, the bigger the base. Can you see that, John?
Yeah.
You can do it so you lie it down. You can do it so it's up. It's a bit difficult on this sharp implement. But all those size leaves come from this one nozzle, and that's why I love it so much. You can even do a little tiny baby one like that if you wanted to. Yep. So I've actually put in the green. I've used the leaf green today, and you'll see that I've got yellow, and that should come running through shortly. So here we go again, and let's pop some leaves on. And all I do for the leaves is I run them up there. I don't know whether you could see that. John, can you see that?
Yeah.
Just like to run them up the cake. People say I make it look easy, but it is easy really. It's all about the consistency of your buttercream. So I'm just going to do that one along there. Any berries that I forgot, don't worry. I shall finish them before we finish. So I'm just going to see if John can you actually see what I'm doing? And you just pop your leaves wherever you fancy. Do a nice big one with a little small one behind it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So do a nice big one, little one behind it. And then I'm going to do a couple of leaves on here. And just to remind you, you can see that little point there. Your nozzle must go that way. If you have it that way, you're going to get a sideways leaf. So you must hold it that way. You go in and you squeeze. In and squeeze. In and squeeze. Cake Supplies Hobbycraft sell this tip as well. It's a Wilton 352. It's on our website. As I say, if you go to our website, we sell everything that I'm showing you tonight. We even sell the coloured cake drums, as do the other two suppliers. We have got nifty nozzles stockers all over the UK. I can't shout them all out now. And we're looking for more stockers as well. So if you're interested in coming on board, please email me after or message me. So, can you see how this cake is pulling together now? It didn't really matter how neat and tidy it was. So I'm just going to go around the sides, going to put a couple of leaves on here, just underneath. You can see the yellow coming through. Just a nudge. And there you go, ladies. One of the things I will say with using these flowers, get yourself a slightly bigger box. Because you put your drum here, like this is an 8-inch one, but I would certainly go to put it in a 10-inch box if I was you, so you don't knock your flowers off. And there you go. It's not completely finished, but what do you think? Do you like that? Yeah? Give us a thumbs up or a like or a love heart would be even better. How are we doing, John?
They'll be coming in a minute.
Are they coming? Come on, girls.
Yes, yes.
Do you want to have a look over the top? John, and I'm just going to quickly whiz round. So, how can you win this bundle deal? Everyone's going to ask. Well, everybody who watched to the end, if you like this tutorial, share it, like our page. So that's 3 things you've got to do. Like our page, share this tutorial, like the tutorial, and you know what, I'm going to be cheeky and throw in another one. Place a comment, okay? And then on next week's live, I will announce the winner. Now next week, I'm actually going to bring Sugar and Crumbs into it because I know so many of you are Sugar and Crumbs fans, and I'm going to bring in the chocolate cocoa powders. Now the chocolate cocoa powders are sold by Hobbycraft and quite a few other stockists, but one of the things I do want to demo is how easy it is to make a buttercream and chocolate brownies just from the cocoa powders. We have 5 different flavours, and I'm going to show you how to make quick, easy brownies that are absolutely delicious, that you will be wanting more. I think I've got all my berries there. Oh, there's a few there. So let's get back to the front. Ladies and gents, this is what we've done this evening. So we've used the Ruffle nozzle to create this, which looks great. We've done the princess doll cake. And we've decorated the Mother's Day cake. And I've also had a little chat to you about the copy nozzles. Let me tell you, if it's a nifty nozzle, it's a genuine Russian nozzle. Anything else is a copy. I can't say any more than that. But thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm absolutely boiling. This kitchen has got hotter and hotter, and I would love to see you all here same time next week. Again, I'm going to do something with one of the nozzles, not quite sure yet, I've got something in mind, and I'm going to bring in the chocolate cocoa powders that we offer and make chocolate brownies and a buttercream with the cocoa powder. So a big thank you from me, a big thank you from John,
Thank you.
Caroline and Laura, who've been helping out answering questions. So just remember, if you want to win an opportunity to win the Mother's Day bundle, you have to like the tutorial, number 1, share the tutorial, comment and like the page. That's all you need to do, and one lucky winner will get the whole bundle. And if you're really good, I might throw in an extra prize next week. Let's see how it goes. Au revoir. Bye bye.